Hi guys, welcome back to my safe space kitchen. So today I am making oatmeal banku. Oatmeal banku is a very healthy option to our cornmeal banku, right? So if you're somebody who's on a diet or if you're simply just trying to watch your carb intake, this is a good substitute for you. Okay, I have a personal testimony with this particular oatmeal banku, and I will share it at the end of this video. Okay, so if you want to learn how to make this oatmeal banku, stay tuned. Safe Space Kitchenette. So in my food grinder, I'm gonna go ahead and grind my oats. This is just regular rolled oats that we use for breakfast in the morning. Yes, that's the kind of oats that I'm gonna be using. So I'm gonna go ahead and grind it and turn it into a powder. If you don't have a grinder, honestly, you don't need a grinder. A blender works just as fine. I've been making this banku for quite some time now, but when I first started, I used my blender and it worked just as fine. I just happen to have a grinder, so of course I'm gonna use it, right? So now that is nicely grinded, I go ahead and I take it out of the grinder and I put it in my pot, like so. So once I put it in my pot, I go ahead and I add some coconut flour. I use the organic coconut flour. As you can see, it's gluten-free, so is oatmeal, right? So the coconut flour is very high in fiber as well, but what the coconut flour is going to do is it's going to eliminate that sliminess that comes with oats, right? Oats is, once you make it, it's a little slimy, right? So the coconut is going to eliminate that, and it's also going to give it a really good texture. It will give it that, the dokuno texture. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that's the texture that we're going to get. So here I'm going to go ahead and start adding my water. Now you can use a whisk to do this, but I like to get my hands in there to make sure that I'm mixing it really well. So here I'm using just 2 cups of water, and the thing with water is you want to be able to control your water. So with this particular banku, less water is more, okay? If you add too much water, you're not going to be able to take it out, but if you add a little bit at a time, you will be able to control your dough and you'll be able to get it I guess to the texture that you want. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna list all the measurements down in the description so that if you make this, you will be able to get the exact amount of water that you're going to need. You can adjust it, of course, but this is what I do. So I use 3 cups of water to mix my dough like so. You see this texture? So I was still contemplating whether to add more, so I went ahead and I added a little bit more of my water. Okay, but before that, I go ahead and add my salt. Yes, you can add your salt before you start adding your water, but of course I forgot, so I went back in and I added my salt and I continued to mix it really well. So oat tends to be a little sticky, so as I keep mixing, I also try to scrape a lot of it off my hand by just scraping on the side of the pot, right? So that's what you see me doing there. I try to get a lot of it out as much as possible, and I added my last bit of the water, and that would be it, because that water will give me the consistency that I want, because as I kept mixing, I wasn't sure if that was the consistency that I wanted, and I think I finally got it. So I'm gonna mix it really well in there, and once it's in there, we're good, right? Once it's nicely mixed, I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say, we are good. So this is the texture that I want, and so we are gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands, and then we will be completely ready to start stirring. Okay, so here I'm scraping everything. I'm gonna make sure I get everything off my hand. So we are done, and we're gonna go ahead and start stirring our banku on fire. So before we do that, I want to go ahead and share a little bit of information for an alternative to this banku for people with diabetes, right? So I'm going to switch to tree real quick. Until say obi wa diabetes, and I say when you obi wa diabetes, what you do is you substitute oatmeal with almond flour, and with the coconut flour and a little bit of xanthan gum or psyllium husk, and psyllium husk and I say xanthan gum no a thickening agent into also coconut flour and almond flour no, and yet thick one until the way and to see them has gumwa. Now mana ye thick. Now what's me cannot say banku. A very healthy option for people that have sugar issues. A bit boawama what me regulate with sugar issue because we say you do a lot of carbohydrate and carbohydrate is sugar. And see, I just wanted to throw that out there. Why? And see, if somebody wants that video, I can make it and post it here as well. So as you can see, but we are now stirring our mixture, right? We're gonna keep stirring it until it starts to thicken up, okay? Because I didn't add a lot of water, it will thicken up and it will get a little bit hard as it goes, right? But that is a good thing about not adding a lot of water. You can add water later. Like I said, you can always add more water, but you cannot take it out. So we're gonna keep stirring it, and then here, as you can see, I'm adding a little bit of water because it's starting to harden up, right? So it's a little bit harder now. So I go ahead and I add a little bit of water, and I kind of separate it and space it out for the water to penetrate. Just like you woka banku no. It's said woka banku pepepe. But some woman so ne do so we e be chaka chaka untimi nya we nyina nti woman ne huru say ya said woka banku na wasaba back. Now abayede aka. This banku are very healthy. And see, also my country to say 3 more. We move. Anna. So I'm gonna keep stirring this banku until I feel like I get the texture that I want. Once you notice that as you can see, I added a little bit more water too. And see, water, no, I have 1 more cup of water that was next to me, and then I kept adding a little bit as I went, right? And so it keeps getting, the water kept giving it that texture that I wanted little by little, right? Until not I want to overdo it, no. Gradually you see that the color has changed, and that is an indication that it is almost done. This banku takes a little bit it's quicker, right? And see, everyone said the regular banku that we eat, it may take you about 40 minutes or so. Would it be wait, it may take you about 25 minutes and you'll be done. This is the texture. Come on. And it's not too sticky on your hands, and see, which is good, right? And see, and one no banku no, and when ye come on. Say we are picky. Me say me are very picky, but banku come on, light. We say oatmeal light, and coconut flour so light. It's very, very high in fiber, and see, very good, very low carbs. Oatmeal carbs but good. And see, this is it. We are done. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the balls. Make my balls. You treat this banku like you would treat your regular cornmeal banku, right? So when we're done, we make the balls and when we set it aside. So that's what I'm doing here. Once you're done, if you're ready to eat something, you can eat it right away. If not, you can store it just like you store your regular banku. So some people store it in the refrigerator, some just leave it out. Whichever way you prefer, it works just fine. I've done both, and both have always worked out for me. Okay, so whatever you prefer, you could just store it that way. So yeah, this is it, you guys. We are done. I got 4 big balls and then 1 tiny one. So yeah, this is it. We are done. And I know you're probably wondering, since I said that, I have a little testimony that I want to share about this oatmeal banku. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate this, and then I will share that little testimony. So after I had my son in 2019, I was about 200 pounds, right? And that was the heaviest that I've ever been my whole life. And so I went on a low carb diet because I know that a lot of our foods are very high in carbs, right? And me, I love my my rice, my cake, my banku, my dokono. I love it. Okay, so it was very hard for me at first, but then when I started making this oatmeal banku, it really did help me because I was able to substitute my cake and stuff. So while on a diet, whenever I craved for banku or dokono or even rice, I would have a little bit of this oatmeal banku, and it really did help me. Now I'm not saying go and eat oatmeal banku every day while you're on a diet and come back to tell me say anyeye, because anyeye what I say don't go and eat this every day while you're on the diet. It doesn't work like that. Try to portion control it and eat it once in a while, to balance things out. Oatmeal has a lot of fiber, so the digestion, it's easier on your tummy. So it really, really helps. It won't last, as long as, like a banku will last in your body. So that's the benefit of it. This banku is really nice and soft if you make it right. It's perfect. It's like kenke, okay? And it's good with soup. It's good with okra soup. It's good with pepper, like I'm eating it right now, with your fish and your pepper and whatever sauce you want to eat it with. It's perfect with it. So yeah, you guys, we are done. Thank you for watching this video today. I really appreciate your time. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. I promise you, you would not regret it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.